Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and another batch of wrestling game news, as today we have a whole bunch of updates to get through, including a ton of new signings for the wrestling code, new gameplay and audio updates for Retromania, and yet another brand new WWE game which is set to debut next month. Before we get to any of that though, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all the latest wrestling game news, then please do hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on future videos. So let's start off with the wrestling code, as we've got a bunch of announcements to get through, as despite releasing a trailer a few months back that listed all the different stars who signed on to appear in the game, the developers have continued to announce new additions via social media, a lot of which are names that you'll recognise from the likes of WWE and ECW. Taking a look at the latest confirmations, the first new name announced is Arianne Andrew, who is best known as Cameron in WWE, where she was not only a part of Tough Enough, but she was also one half of the Funkadactyls alongside Naomi. Since leaving, Arianne took somewhat of a break from wrestling before making a comeback earlier this year in AEW, where she competed in the Women's Tag Team Tournament. Also joining the wrestling code, we have the addition of Mosh Thrasher, aka the Headbangers, a popular team from WWE back in the Attitude Era. I was a big fan of the Headbangers growing up, so this is a signing that I'm really happy to see, plus it's always good to see more tag teams being added to help fill out the tag roster. So that's two confirmed signings, however there also appears to be another signing on the way, as the Virtual Basement Twitter account tweeted out a video of Metallica's track Enter Sandman with the caption "Those That Know," which is a clear reference to former ECW star the Sandman, who's not only named the same as the song, but he also used that song as an entrance theme in ECW. So this appears to confirm that Sandman is the latest ECW star to join the game, as he joins the likes of RVD and Raven, who have already been announced. Switching over to Retromania, we have a few new updates here, starting off with this new gameplay footage, which is set in the Pro Wrestling Tease arena, with this footage showing off the gauntlet match in action. One of the cool things about this footage is that it shows off the picture-in-picture feature whenever a new star joins the match, as rather than just having them appear running down to the ring, you'll instead see clips like this one in the corner which show part of the entrance. Alongside this footage, we also have some updates in regards to the game's audio, as the Retromania dev blog has shared some new footage of the current audio effects that you'll hear when browsing the main menu, as well as some of the ringside sounds like hitting the mat.
Like that I kind of like. It's kind of more of an 8-bit era look. The back sounds good to me, but I kind of like that, and I kind of like this, just a real basic beep beep beep.
The coolest update comes in regards to the game's music, as the developers have shared this new clip which features the theme from the original WrestleFest. For fans of the original WrestleFest, this is bound to be a cool nostalgia trip, although as of right now, it isn't 100% confirmed that it will be in there. It looks as though it will be, as the team do own the rights to market the game as the official sequel to WrestleFest, however they're currently checking with legal to ensure that they can use the music, but so far things are looking good for its inclusion. Up next we have details on a brand new WWE game coming to mobile devices, WWE Undefeated. Before we get into this one, I do have a short trailer for the game to show off, therefore I'll let this play out and then I'll give you all the details that I have at the end. So there you go, that's a trailer for WWE's new mobile game, WWE Undefeated, which is coming to mobile devices on December 3rd. According to the game's press release, the game's developed by Enway, who are the developer and publisher of various multiplayer games such as Power Rangers Legacy Wars and Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, which probably gives you an idea of what to expect, as judging by the quick glimpse of the gameplay seen at the end of the trailer, then this looks to be very similar. In terms of gameplay, it also looks to be very similar to WWE Immortals, which itself was more of a traditional fighting game with players able to perform regular and quick moves before unlocking the ability to use their signatures and finishers. Also like Immortals, rather than matches taking place in a traditional ring, players will compete in various locations around the world as they go head to head with live opponents in real time. Ahead of the game's release, players can head over to the official website WWEundefeated.com where you can pre-register your interest in the game and unlock special bonuses. According to the website, players who join within the first 7 days of the game's launch will receive various rewards that are dependent on the amount of registrations, as once pre-registrations reach 100,000, and this will unlock 100,000 battle books, 250,000 registrations will unlock 250 gold coins, and 500,000 registrations will unlock AJ Styles, who you'll be able to play as on day 1. So that's the first look at WWE Undefeated. On first glance, I don't think it looks too appealing visually, however the gameplay itself should prove to be a lot of fun, as it's a lot more of a traditional button bashing fighter than other WWE mobile games. So there you go, that's the latest wrestling game news for WWE, the Wrestling Code and Retromania. However, for fans of AEW, stay tuned to the channel next week as AEW are holding their special AEW Games 1.0 event this coming Tuesday, where we should finally get the first details on the upcoming AEW game. So stay tuned for that, as it's going to be really interesting to see what comes of it. Plus, I'll be doing a full breakdown of anything that does get announced, so make sure you subscribe with your notifications turned on in advance. Finally for today, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's got involved in the Raid Shadow Legends campaign. I know a lot of people aren't thrilled about sitting through promos, but Raid have been great in offering me promotional opportunities at a time where things are a lot more uncertain, and that's something that I'm extremely grateful for, which is why I want to thank everyone who's took part in the campaign and signed up using my link, especially the following top 10 players. Number 10, the original name of 67446915. Number 9, Charlie W. Number 8, King Freddy. 7, Elias Gatjins. Number 6, Nacho Bomb. Number 5, Junior Cod. Number 4, Mike Pagebrand. And the top 3 players, Johnny DK at number 3, Cyclone137 at number 2, and top of the pile, the number 1 player, Animus. So a big thank you to the 10 of you especially, and everyone who signed up using my link. We didn't quite manage to hit the sign up target, but the campaign is still active, therefore if you want to sign up and help the channel out, then you can find the link in the video description. Anyway guys, that does it for this video, but I just want to end by saying a big thank you for watching, have yourself an awesome weekend, and I'll catch you later.